Hello, welcome to History Clips. Oh, that does feel weird saying that. I'm Mr. Bueller.
And I'm Mr. Hummel. And this is episode 2 about economies. Today we are going to talk about how big of a role government plays in economies and the different forms of economies that there are.
Get here on time.
Hi-ho, faceless employees. In a few moments, the government inspection team will be touring our plant.
So look busy and keep your mouth shut. That is all.
Very stirring, sir. Uh-oh, here they come.
Hold me, Smithers.
Okay, men. Geiger counter's on.
I suppose that's normal background radiation, the kind you'd find in any well-maintained nuclear facility, or for that matter, playgrounds and hospitals.
Sorry. Gum used to seal crack in cooling tower.
I'm as shocked as you are.
Plutonium rod used as paperweight.
Oh, now that shouldn't be.
Now, the first type of economy we're going to talk about is a command economy, in which the government decides everything about the economy. Who's going to do what work, how much you're going to make, and what is even going to be made.
Go! What's your sole purpose in this army?
To do whatever you tell me, drill sergeant.
Businesses and households have no decisions. It's all about what the government wants.
No, you can't! You think you can do these things, but you can't, Nemo!
A modern-day term for a command-style economy would be communism, which, as we said, remember, the government decides everything.
Don't stand there, Gorpin! Like you've never seen the undergod before! Now, today we're going to do marching up and down the square! That is, unless any of you got anything better to do. Well, anyone got anything they'd rather be doing than marching up and down the square?
And this includes what type of job you're going to do and how much money you're going to make.
Tushan. The sweet smell of payday.
Huh? Oh, sorry. That's me dry cleaning. Here's your check. And here's yours, SpongeBob.
I can't accept your money, Mr. Krabs. Grilling is my passion.
What is this? You're making me pay you to stand at the cash register? What is the meaning of this? Have you gone off the deep end?
The government pretty much owns your life. You are a slave to the government.
You two are gonna work for me forever!
Yahoo! The strike worked, Squidward. We got our jobs back. Forever! 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 Forever!
One eternity later.
Now, communism has its roots in Karl Marx, a guy with a beard not as good as mine, who viewed anything as tyrannical needed to be destroyed.
I will restore the working man to his rightful glory. I will dismantle this oppressive establishment board by board. I will saw the tables of tyranny in half. Gnaw at the ankles of big business.
Now, Marx's idea was once a non-tyrannical government came in and took over everything, everybody would learn how to share and would live peacefully amongst each other.
Wow! The land of make-believe!
Now, while countries like Russia formerly and China today claim to be communist, they are not true communism, because they themselves have become the tyrannical governments that they claim to be destroying.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Now, in direct contrast to command economy is a market economy, and that's where prices are chosen by supply and demand. If the supply is high and demand is low, the price drops, and vice versa.
That'll be 40. 40? No, 10. Oh dear, that's no good. See, this is from our winter stock. For the supply and demand to have a big problem.
You want to talk about a supply and demand problem? I sell ice for a living.
Ooh, that's a rough business to be in right now. I mean, that is really... that's unfortunate.
Still 40, but I will throw in a visit to Okansana.
And in pure capitalism, there would be zero government interference.
I've been quite open about this around the office. I don't want this parks department to build any parks because I don't believe in government. I think that all government is a waste of taxpayer money.
Capitalism would also favor competition between businesses because governments would not show any undue favor to one particular business by giving them tax benefits or maybe giving them a customer base.
Good evening, sir. Table for one, please.
Sorry, but the whole restaurant has been rented to a private party.
Oh, who could afford to rent out the whole restaurant?
Oh, a couple of rich entrepreneurs and their dates.
So, how long have you two ladies known each other? What?
The benefit of this is consumers have lots of choice, and they also have many different price comparisons as well.
For instance, Starbucks coffee versus McDonald's coffee.
Remember, Patrick, flatter the customer. Make him feel good.
Hello?
I love you.
I think you laid it on a teensy bit thick there, old pal.
Now, a major issue with capitalism would be something called crony capitalism, or corporatism. And in that situation, the businesses, the corporations themselves have become so large and powerful, they try to become a government themselves.
And they can start using bribery and try and have laws passed that only benefit themselves.
You could let me go, and I'll give you $10 million each. It's not a bribe.
Of course it's a bribe. You're offering to pay us money to not do our job.
Not a bribe.
And this corporatism is exactly what Marx was talking about, as this fear of corporations taking over private life.
And he thought that they could start interfering in like what we bought, maybe what people liked as a hobbies, or maybe start even infecting our religions, pushing certain agendas and pushing certain products on people in the religious setting.
I've got the answer. Just let me run this church like a business.
It's kind of you to offer, Mr. Burns, but buzz around town is that you're, well, evil.
Oh, that's just a skip rope rhyme. Believe me, the Lord's gonna go for this in a big way. Now, who's with me?
Oh, I guess we have no choice.
Excellent. Go! Oh, you'll get yours.
Why does Jesus have a lasso?
'Cause he's all man.
Money changed. Get your money changed right here in the temple.
Today, many countries try to follow a mixed economy style that combines command and market economy and puts them together. So businesses would have the freedom to choose what they want and sell it for how much, but yet the government would make sure that they're taking care of their employees, that they're providing safety features for their employees, and they're paying them a fair wage. And at the same time, the government would try to manipulate the economy by giving out taxpayer money to individuals and businesses.
And the goal is to allow businesses to make money, but also have an overseeing effect. The problem is how much power do they have over these businesses and how much taxes they can collect to keep this control.
This is your lunch. Now, you should be able to do whatever you want to with this, right? If you want to eat all of it, great. If you want to throw it away in the garbage, that's your prerogative. But here I come, the government. And I get to take 40% of your lunch. And that, Lauren, is how taxes work.
Now, governments and businesses would argue that a mixed economy is the best of both worlds.
For any economy to truly work, you really need citizens, businesses, and the government to operate peacefully and morally.